Poker fam? It's your boy Leo Bearded Poker, and we are back. Another fun-filled vlog, another fun-filled adventure. Back here behind us, as you see here, they're working on putting the sign up, is the new Dallas Poker Club that has just opened up. Today's the grand opening, and we're here to get into the mix, get into the action, see what it's all about. We were able and fortunate enough to get on the subscription list to be the top 100. So we're also going to pick up our free t-shirt as well as our free monthly membership. So we got all month to test it out. So we're looking forward to it. But yeah, let's get into the mix. Enough of me talking, and see if we can run it up, see if we can make it happen. Hit the felt, make some money, have a good time, all that good stuff. We make our way here to the new poker room, Shuffle 214, and we can just feel the excitement from outside the door. We are greeted by friendly staff, and I'm immediately impressed by the setup they have here. Look at these beautiful and unique tables they have. Pretty cool, huh? We buy them for the max at the 1-2 no limit table for $300. Let's go. Alright, first hand here at Shuffle 214, and we have 6-4 offsuit in the button. Normally not a hand I would play with. However, most of the opponents here at this table are playing very, very passive. So we decide to bump it up to $12 after it limps to us. And we only get one caller in the small blind, so heads up to the flop. Flop comes out 3, 4, 10 with 2 hearts. Small blind checks, I go ahead and check. The turn comes the ace of hearts, so all we have is really a pair of fours, but since my opponent's playing very passive, I decided to go ahead and lead out for $12, and as you can see there, she folds. Sometimes you just gotta punish the limpers, and as a result, we scoop a $30 pot. Alright, on to the next hand. Second hand here at Shuffle 214, we have Ace of Spades, King of Hearts in the button position. So great hand to have here on this particular position. When it limps all the way to the cutoff decides to raise to $7. When it gets to us, we decide to mid-click it to $14. My decision here, I don't want to push anyone else off, so I don't want to make it that big of a bet. And I want to get other opponents to call with mediocre hands. However, that doesn't really plan out because everyone folds except for the cutoff who makes the call. So I put her on a hand such as King Queen, King Jack, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, hands like such. If she had a premium hand such as Kings or Queens, she would definitely be raising me. So we go heads up to the flop. And the board comes out neither good or bad for our hand. It is Queen Jack 7 with 2 hearts. So we do have 2 overcards. We have a gut shot to the straight, backdoor flush draw, but that's about it. But I would say that this particular board is better for our range than for our opponents, especially when she checks to us, so we go ahead and check back. The turn, however, comes the 10 of clubs. So we spike our 4 outer to the nut straight. Our opponent decides to lead out for $15, music to our ears, so we decide to mid-click it to $30. And after I put this bet out, she instantly goes all in. So no brainer for us. We go ahead and make the quick call. I show my hand, and the river was a brick. I don't remember which card it was, but she immediately shows the same ace king of clubs. So we end up chopping this pot. Here we are thinking we're about to scoop her entire stack, but instead it's a chop. Oh well, that's the way it is sometimes. On to the next hand. Next hand up, we have pocket tens. We're in the middle position. Under the gun decides to lead out for $7. We go ahead and make the call. We thought about raising for a sec, but with other opponents behind me still to act, we don't want to raise and then get re-raised off our hand. So like I said, we just make the call, and the only opponent who comes along is the cutoff. So we're actually going to go 3 ways to the flop. The flop comes out average at best. Queen 7 8 rainbow. Under the gun leans in a bit and looks at the board, looks at his cards, and then leads out for $7. So for me, that's an odd behavior to do. It looks like a tell to me. So I go ahead and make the call. And when it gets to the cutoff, she decides on a fold. There are a lot of turn cards that can really improve our hand, such as a 9 or a 10. So that's what we're hoping for here. We go heads up to the turn. And then turn comes out the 6 of diamonds. So not really the card we were looking for, especially because now the board's a lot more coordinated. Our opponent once again leads out for $7 and we make the call. Looking back, this was definitely a betting tell. He made the same bet, pre-flop, flop, and then turn. We should have picked up on this, but as played, we make the call. The river comes out the king of hearts. So he decides to check to me now. I think he's pretty much just giving up on the hand. And for some reason I check back as well, and we show down the winner. He had pocket fours. I'd like to get y'all's opinion on this particular hand. Do you think he would have called a $10 to $15 bet? Comment down below and let me know. Next hand of note, we have King Jack offsuit, and we are in the hijack position. This particular hand I'm not very fond of. It does not play well multi-way, and there have also been numerous occasions where I've been out-kicked post-flop. I lead out for $10 here, ready to fold to any sizable re-raise. However, that isn't necessary in this case, as Big Blind is my only caller. He goes ahead and puts in the extra $8, and we're going to go heads up to the flop. Now I'm starting to like this hand a little bit. The flop comes out 10-8-4 with 2 spades. Pretty monotone board. Big Blind leads out for $12. With 2 overcards and also a backdoor straight draw, we decide to go ahead and make the call and evaluate a turn. The turn comes out the King of Hearts. Pretty good card for us. Our opponent checks, and I decide to go ahead and lead out for $20 here. He thinks for just a quick second and decides to make the call. I found it very interesting that my opponent was willing to call $20, but through the entirety of this hand, he's been leading out for $12 and then checked on the turn. So I'm going to play the river a little cautiously now. The river comes out the 5 of hearts. He checks, and for some reason, I decided to check back. We show down, and we are the winner here. So in this particular hand, I think I played this a little too passively on the river. I should be value betting here $20 to $30, but as play, that's what I did. So this is one of the benefits of recording hands. I'm able to kind of critique myself and look back and get better as a player. All right, on to the next hand. One of my favorite type of tables to play on is a table where everyone's just laughing, chatting, and essentially just having a really good time. Here we have ace-5 of clubs, and we're in the hijack position. Under the gun +1, limp. Middle position raises it up to $15. Low jack, myself, make the call. Folds all the way back to the under the gun +1 position, who does something really interesting that I was not expecting. So I'm going to stop talking now and let you listen into the table action so you can get the conclusion of this hand. Hope you enjoy.
Oh. How much is that? Good luck, oil.
56.
Call.
That's round number.
Call.
Call. Heads up action. Here we go.
Got that right.
The flop was already out, and they decided to run, they got all in after the flop.
So here's the situation, when you're running it twice, you're running each one independently, so you're burning.
Amazing board. Show me a winner.
You got a pair? I do.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Show it, we gotta see it anyway.
It's got crabs.
It's 5. Oh, need a pair. Nice.
Sorry, man.
Shoot it. It's good. Yeah. That's a good call.
Crazy outcome, huh? Winning with a pair of 5s. But hey, that's poker sometimes. My opponent showed his pocket 3s. So lots of fun, lots of action. Really enjoying my time here. So far so good here at Shuffle 214. And by the way, 9 out of 10 times I'm making that call. As you can see here, we're fairly card dead for a little close to 2 hours. We do get a couple of decent hands here and scoop some small pots here and there, but nothing too major to report. But during this time, guys, please pause the video, like, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Working a full-time job and being a full-time father, it's really hard to find time to record and edit content. But seeing my subscriber count go up really does motivate me to continue. So when I say I appreciate it, I really mean it. Thank you. Alright, in this next hand we have ace-10 offsuit, and we're in the big blind position. Everybody and their mama limps, and we decide we're going to bump this up to $15. Got to punish the limpers. And we only get one caller from the middle position. Everyone else folds. So we're going to go heads up to the flop. Flop comes out a little scary. Jack, deuce, deuce with 2 clubs. We do have an overcard, but we don't have a club. So we go ahead and c-bet for protection and also to charge my opponent just in case he has a jack. So we decide with the sizing of $30, about 2/3 pot, and he insta-folds. So see, I bluff sometimes. This was a pretty good bluff, right? Just glad it worked out for me this time. Anyways, on to the final hand of the vlog. And trust me when I tell you this, guys, I did save the best hand for last. Hope you really enjoyed this one. Alright, strap in, ladies and gentlemen. This hand is a doozy. We have King 8 of spades and we're in the button. We get a few limps to the cutoff who decides to bump it up to $6. We go ahead and make the call. We're going to see if we can hit this board at all in any way. And middle position decides to come along. So 3 ways to the flop, and we hit this board indeed with 8, 8, 7, and 2 clubs. Middle position and the cutoff check to me. I decided to bump it up to $15. Not going to let anyone get to see a free turn card, just in case anyone's drawing to the flush. Middle position folds, and cutoff decides to make the call. So we're going to go heads up to the turn. The turn comes out the Queen of Spades. Fairly safe card, I would say. I get a check again from the cutoff, and I decide to lead out for $15 one more time. He decides to come along and make the call. Still heads up to the river, and the river card is probably the best card in the deck that could ever come out. It's the King of Clubs. Not only does it put the flush draw on the board, just in case that's what he was drawing to, it also gives me the full house. So after he checks to me, I decide to lead out for $20. And interestingly enough, I guess he did get there on the river because he re-raises me to $80. So I Hollywood for a bit, making it seem like this is a really hard decision for me, but in reality, I already knew I was on a shove once he re-raised me, and after some thinking, I decide to shove it all in. He quickly calls, I show down my hand, and he is not happy about it, and we scoop this amazing pot. I think he had about a little over $175, so nice way to end the vlog. Cool. As you can see here, they just put their sign up. It wasn't there when we first walked in. But yeah, first winning session in the book. We bought in the game for $300 and cashed out for $612. So good way to end the session. My first time here on the grand opening, Shuffle 214. So man, there's a lot of action here. A lot of action, great environment, great people, great management staff. I know usually on the first day it's a little rough, but they really got it together, and I definitely see us playing a lot more often here, and especially that for the entire month we get a free monthly membership because we were on the subscriber list, the top 100 subscriber list. So we're going to definitely take advantage of that monthly membership and come back out here. And on top of that, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. they do not charge an hourly fee as well, so we're definitely going to maximize on that for sure. So, but other than that, really good win session. We're gonna head out. Got some stuff I got to do today. So thanks for tuning in. Take care. Hope you do well on the tables. We'll see you later.